What's up, Covalence friends? Have you ever been browsing the web and seen an image that you just really needed to use on your own site? Well, today we are going to be showing you a bunch of different ways on how to actually grab that image and make sure that it's good to go for your own use. Here we go. All right, so we're going to start off by just creating an index.html, and we're going to stub it out and just kind of change the title here. So you can go ahead and copy this. VS Code gives you the quick snippets that allows you to just do a exclamation point and it'll actually stub out the entire page for you. And then we're just gonna have an image tag. So the whole point of this is we're actually gonna be grabbing our source tags here, or the source links that we're gonna need. So if we pop open a web browser, Smoothie King looks like the top search. Let's go to Smoothie King. We will go to Smoothie King's website. I'm sure they have an image on here somewhere. Bam, they do. So we popped open our dev tools here, and then we're going to select this image. So you can see it's an image with a source tag. We can actually grab this source tag and pop it in the browser itself, and it'll return just an image. So if we go ahead and we paste that link right in the source, and we go ahead and we open this, let's see, then we can see that the actual page we have is just an image with that image in it. So if we pop open the dev tools here, and we actually refresh the page, you can see that it does actually grab this on the network and it returns the image itself. We'll close this and we can see it's 250 kilobytes. We're good to go. Now, if Smoothie King, since they're hosting this image on their servers, if they decide to remove this image, then all of a sudden our image on our site would break. And so if you want to prevent that, what you can do is you can just actually right click, save the image as. We'll save it to our desktop. And then we are going to go ahead and we're going to copy this image into our own project. Let's just rename it to be Smoothie. And we are going to now just change this to be smoothie.png. And so if we come back and we refresh this page now, what we'll actually see is that we're grabbing it locally. So it's now just grabbing smoothie.png, and that's actually coming from our server, right? And so even if Smoothie King removes their image now, ours is not going to break because we're grabbing this off of our server wherever it's hosted. Right now it's locally, right? But if we were to host this in GitHub or if we were to host it wherever, it would actually be grabbing that file from our own server. And so we're good to go. So if you want to be hosting images, you don't want to be hosting someone else, or you don't want to be showing someone else's images on your own site. So you want to be hosting your own images, and so that in case they were to remove it, you wouldn't break your site. Now, this is just one way. Not everybody actually shows the source like this on their image. There's obviously other ways that people can put images in their site. So if you really are trying to get a particular image from a particular site, let's go check out Covalence's site actually real quick. Pop open our dev tools and we'll go down. Let's see, we got some pictures of students here. All right, we'll use this picture here. It's a pretty good picture. So we'll click this and we'll see, all right, so there is a source tag still, right? But we're actually using a source set. So if you're wondering what that is, it's basically a collection of images where the browser can now be smart about what image it actually shows. So if we were to grab this one here that's at basically the 500 width, if we were to show that, we can see that it's this size. Essentially, it has a particular width, a particular height. And if we were to come back and we were to grab one of the larger ones, let's go down to the biggest one here, and we grab this file, we'll actually see that it is significantly larger, right? So if you're on a computer that basically requires an image this big, the browser's smart enough to request that image if you're using a source set. Now, if you're on a computer or a phone, let's say, it's probably only going to be grabbing a much smaller image. And what that does is it optimizes the experience. And so you could actually save all of these files, and then you could also create a source set for your page as well, right? Now, there's also services, like I think Next has a service that allows you to upload a single image and it'll actually create assets for every screen size, which is really nice. We'll probably do a future video on that if you guys want, so let us know in the comments. But again, the source set is another way of doing this. And you could actually, if you just needed one size, you could just grab that one size as well and then use that image. So just to kind of show that, if we grab this, we go back to our site and then we pop that in the image source and we refresh, we will actually see this image, right? It's the much smaller image. If we were to grab the bigger one, again, we're not using CSS to actually modify any of this either. And so it is going to show the natural size of it. And so if we do this, we have this huge image now we actually have to scroll to see, right? So again, that is another way of actually grabbing images from a site, or another way that a site might be hosting their images. Now, if we go to something like apple.com, let's say, all right, this is actually the image itself. So let's go just to apple.com and we'll see the image here. And if we pull into this, I actually have already seen this image. And so if we go to the image wrapper, animation wrapper, if we go to figure, what we can see is that we have a background image here, right? And so this background image, starts with a /, meaning that before the / is actually apple.com, as you saw before. So if we go to apple.com and we paste the rest of this, it will actually just give us the image itself. And we could save this locally, or we could reference it again from our image source tag, right? So just because they used a background image URL doesn't mean you need to, right? Obviously, this URL can be used in an image tag with a source. You could also use it as a background image, right? In a background image URL. So if we were to now refresh this page, go back to images and refresh, you can see that this image is pretty large, right? We could actually shrink this thing if we wanted to. So we could actually say, height 10 ems, right? Now it's a much smaller image. And we're showing only, a much smaller image. But again, you need to know that even if you specify this height here as 10 ems, it's going to download the entire image, right? So the actual time it takes to get this asset is going to remain the same no matter how you define it in CSS. So that's why things like source sets are very good, because it will only download that smaller image if it needs to download that smaller image, which is extremely nice for page load speed and that kind of thing. So let's see, one more example. Let's go to stripe.com. So stripe.com, we have some images here of their customers, and let's do the Amazon one. So we can actually see that this is not a URL, this is actually an SVG image, right? And so we don't have any ability to actually go to a site to save as. So how do we actually grab this SVG if we want it locally? Well, you can actually click this edit as HTML button here, and we're just going to copy this entire SVG. And instead of having this image tag, we're going to actually comment this out real quick. You would just post the entire SVG here. So we're going to actually click enter here, make it a little bit cleaner. You could also create your own file as well if you wanted to. You could create your own SVG file. So for right now, let's just paste the entire SVG in here just to make sure it works. We're going to go back to our images tag, and we're going to see that we actually have the entire Amazon image in here, right? So it's just that SVG file. If you don't want to have it in your DOM like this, you could create an amazon.svg file, and in here you can literally just copy and paste this guy. And now in your index.html, we're going to uncomment this image. And it's now going to just be amazon.svg. So if we were to now refresh this, you can see it's the exact same thing. It's just grabbing this amazon.svg file now. And it makes your DOM a little bit cleaner. You don't have to worry about all that SVG nonsense in there. All right, so I hope that was easy enough to understand. Again, now if you're ever going to be using an image on your site that was taken from another site, you want to make sure that you're actually allowed to do so, right? So again, you want to make sure that it isn't copyrighted material and that the company itself, didn't create that and for its own particular IP or its own use, right? So there's a ton of free images out there. You can use pretty much any of the ones that are considered free images, but if you're going to be taking them from a site, you may want to actually request permission to do so first. Now, if you have not followed our channel, please hit subscribe. We are releasing content on a weekly, if not daily basis these days, and we're here to please you guys. So if you have any additional suggestions or any things that you want us to make videos on, drop them in the comments below. Check out our merch store, and if you're looking to learn to code, we have a ton of courses. We have the new community membership, which is as low as you can possibly get in terms of a course, and honestly, it's hundreds of hours worth of material, and I guarantee you will learn to code because we've had thousands of students go through it already. So again, I highly recommend check us out, covalence.io. Link is actually in the description below, and until next time, get out of here.